All right, and we're live, everybody, with one half of the Timbo Sugar Show, a former Bellator and Tough competitor, an MMA school owner and instructor, and perhaps most notably, head coach of UFC bantamweight Sean OMalley. Tim, how's it going?
It's going good, brother. Having a good weekend.
Awesome. Yeah, I bet it looks like you're home. It's must be nice to be home after a couple weeks of I saw that you were at the Jake Paul Ben Askren fight. You were out in California. I think you guys did like a food truck with Brendan Schaub and then over in Miami last weekend, right?
Yeah, it feels good to be home. I enjoy being home. What I really enjoy is just training jujitsu, build my gym up, and just enjoying like all the small things, all that lavish, like going out and all that crazy stuff. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I know it makes for some good content. So we're doing what we got to do.
Sure. Yeah, no, good content indeed. Definitely a lot of things for you to talk about on your podcast. So I guess my question is, you've met so many like famous people this past few weeks. The Paul brothers. You met obviously Ben Askren, like Takashi 6ix9ine. Who was like the coolest person that you met most recently? Because this past month has got to have been like a famous person blur for you.
Uh, Everyone was really cool. Everyone's really cool. Yeah, everyone's super down to earth, especially all those like the guys that do Instagram and TikTok, Jake Paul and all those guys. Their persona online is much different than it is in real life. They're really nice people, but they know how to make money and entertain people, and they make people want to watch them. So everyone I met was real nice.
Awesome. How are things going with like your MMA school? I imagine like COVID has shifted things a little bit for you guys. Is it more difficult to run your school now? I mean, you're a business owner. You're also, the head instructor. So how's that been?
It's been really good. COVID, we only had to close down for 1 month, but other than that, I have a strong core group of people, and that I enjoy making really good at jujitsu.
Awesome. Sean O'Malley, the fight opponent has been leaked. Luis Smolka, June 10th, July 10th, rather. Sorry. What are your thoughts on this matchup? I mean, obviously, Luis is a UFC vet. It's going to be a durable opponent. But what are your thoughts about this matchup for Sean O'Malley right now?
I think it's good. I think the UFC is smart. They're putting it on a Connor card where a lot of all Connor's fans are going to be on it, and they're giving Sean an opponent that is just kind of tailor made for him. But he's no slouch either. He's had 15 fights in the UFC, 8 wins, very durable, very tough. So making sure Sean's prepared to go a hard 15 minutes, and whatever happens is going to happen. So I think it's a good fight stylistically, but we still got to come in there ready to go.
Absolutely. Um, the relationship that you have with Sean, I think, is very different than a lot of other UFC coaches and fighters. You guys are really, really close. It shows. I mean, you guys have a podcast together. You guys are hanging out together, traveling together. Um, you know, can you talk a little bit about that type of relationship and how that might, give you guys an advantage and help Sean and help you as a coach working with each other? Because I know that a lot of coaches, they are just the coach. The fighter comes to practice, and then they go on their way, and they maybe don't build up that level of closeness with them. How do you think that relationship sort of translates to Sean's success and your success as a coach?
Um, yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. Anything that's on his mind, he kind of hits me up, or anything that I think helps going to help benefit him, and I hit him up. I think it's good, but we do a good job at just separating the two. I'm his coach when it's time to be his coach, and I'm just his friend when it's time to be a friend. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can imagine that it would get a little tricky going in and out between that, but clearly it's working out. I mean, Sean's on a tear. Um, One thing that you guys talk about a little bit on the podcast is you and Sean, help out the homeless a lot, and it shows in your vlogs when you go out. Um, can you talk about sort of what inspired that, and just a little bit more about that? Because I think it's something really cool that you guys sort of nonchalantly, it's just part of your life that you highlight.
Yeah, I think I kind of learned that from my dad. You know, he was always really giving and helpful to the people that are like less fortunate. And I think a lot of people, when it comes to homeless people, they're kind of scared of them, or they're scared to talk to them. They don't know if they're like mentally stable, but most of those guys have a really cool story. And most of the homeless people I've talked to, almost all of them have just been super nice people, and it makes them feel good when normal people just talk to them, you know, and just treat them like humans. So I enjoy doing that. So every time I see a homeless person, I know they probably have a pretty crazy story. So I enjoy talking to them and then maybe just helping them out a little bit.
Yeah, no, I love the way you guys help out, and I think it's cool that you guys are publicizing it. I hope that, more people will do it. Um, so can you talk to me a little bit about like how the podcast has been so far? Obviously, you guys are pretty deep. You guys are over like 100 episodes. I listened to like the first couple. I've listened to the past couple, and everything in between. And obviously, it's transformed a lot. How has the podcast helped you guys?
The podcast has helped us a ton. I enjoy it, kind of holds me accountable to do all the things I talk about. So it's really it's helped us. And like I said, all the stuff we talk about on the podcast is just stuff we've learned from other people. So it feels good helping a younger generation kind of to get on a good path of taking care of themselves health wise, mentally, good routines and stuff. I enjoy helping other people in that way.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I love listening, and so many people do. How many years do you think it is until Sean becomes UFC bantamweight champion?
Realistically, I would say 2 years, but maybe a year and a half, maybe a year and a half even, because soon he's gonna have to go up to 145.
He is going to go up to 145. That's
Probably eventually in a year and a half, 2 years maybe.
Yeah, the weight cut gets harder the older you get, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. Well, we'd love to see him as double champ.
Yep.
Thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it. And do you want to plug any of the merch or the podcast or anything? I know that you just launched some new merch this week.
Nope, that's good. Yeah, you can just check it out. It's in my bio on my Instagram.
Great. We'll link it too. Thank you, Tim, for stopping by.
Okay, great to meet you, brother. See you later.
Bye.